offering opportunity for people to learn. Education can change our world. It can change it globally, but can change it for us as individuals as well, and I'm a strong believer in that notion. But just thank you to our hosts here this morning, Matt, Jennifer, and of course the Christchurch Adult Learning Network. And it's wonderful to share this occasion with you. And as many of you will know, I am, as Matt said, one of the national co-chairs for Aotearoa, based in Wellington, and that's a role I've held for a few years now. And so even though I'm here in Christchurch now, it's something that I carry on with. And I am the newly appointed director at Rising Home Community Centre, based in Okawa, which has got exciting times ahead. For those of you that know the history of Rising Home, we are going to rebuild, so that's our big exciting news currently. And as Jennifer's already alerted us this morning, Adult Learners Week, He Tangata Mātauranga, is a UNESCO sponsored event which is held in more than 40 countries worldwide, and it's a celebration which reminds us that we are part of a huge global movement working to empower adults and ensure that they are able to take their rightful place in communities, countries and in the world. And over the recent years we've been fortunate to hear first-hand examples at the Aotearoa conferences, and I know some of you in the room have attended those, of the global movement. We've heard about the struggles of men and women in the third world denied access to formal education and voice, and many of you will recall Bunker Roy from India talking about teaching women in remote Indian villages to make solar panels so that they could have access to electricity. And just interestingly, Bunker's notion about teaching the women or the grandmothers in their community was that his thinking was around that the grandmothers stayed put, and so they continued to disseminate that knowledge. The grandmothers were a lot younger than we are as grandmothers, I have to say, but the men often went off and found work elsewhere, and the young teenagers that were new to embarking on learning often went off into different areas, but the grandmothers stayed put, and so teaching the grandmothers was a way of ensuring that that knowledge stayed local and was passed on through generations. So by introducing the electricity to the community and teaching the grandmothers, not only did he improve life in the village, but it meant that children unable to attend school during the day could have an education in the evenings. We've also heard in recent years from Michael Omalewa from Nigeria sharing how a learning partnership was forged between traditional university and villagers wanting to learn. And this year we had Nani Sulamanari, and she told us about the struggles of widowed and divorced and single women in Indonesia trying to forge a future for themselves and their children. They're all great stories of empowerment through learning. And I've travelled a little bit with learning, and particularly into the Philippines, where the value of education is not held as highly in some of those places as we place the emphasis here in New Zealand. But the opportunity to learn is not there as well, and people have been forced to leave the Philippines to earn income and bring it back, and then when they come back they're disjointed from their families, and also when they've been sending the money home they've not had the knowledge and the skills to be able to put it to good use. So living becomes very disjointed, and so I think if we focus here a little bit more, we've got people that have experienced failure, just as Andy had outlined, but as compared to perhaps not having the opportunity to learn when we look at more global. So I think that with the new initiatives like a Hayata example, the innovation that we are experiencing here in Christchurch and across New Zealand is very exciting prospect for us going forward. Adult Learners Week, He Tangata Mātauranga, was established in Aotearoa, New Zealand in 1998, and the global raising of the profile of adult learning we've used it as an opportunity to celebrate successes and achievements of everybody participating in adult and community education, from basic adult education such as literacy and numeracy to the pursuit of more formal courses. Earlier this year, an interview with Radio New Zealand rugby player and mental health advocate Sir John Kerwin shared something of his own learning journey. And he said he had few regrets in life, but not applying himself at school was one. And even though he was good at sport, he had felt dumb at school and was told he was dumb, but he had to make up for lost time through becoming a reader, especially of history. And he said that learning happens in different stages of our life, and you have to be ready for your learning. And he's now tried to learn something new each day. Adult Learners Week, He Tangata Mātauranga, celebrates the moments, big and small, where learners realise that they are ready for learning. And it's also a vehicle for encouraging anyone in the wider community with a learning need or desire to consider making a start. It could be learning about life in a new country, retraining to find employment, adjusting to life after prison, getting some parenting skills, or just getting out and doing an activity to make life better. And ultimately that translates into a direct contribution to our economy, community and environment. And all of us will have our own story about learning. And you know, I've continually participated for various reasons in learning, adult learning opportunities as we go through life, other than the formal. And I know particularly a few years ago I lost my husband, and you know, for people being placed in a time of crisis or hardship, you need something to get you going a bit more in life and participating in the community and learning new things. So I took up te reo using the ukulele. We called it Uke te reo, and it was a really interesting journey, but it was a vehicle to get me back into the world and participating. So, you know, I'd go off once a week with my ukulele, which I bought, a lovely little bright orange one, and I wanted to learn te reo. So even though I can't speak it, it was about pronunciation, it was about, I learned lots of waiata, and I'd come home from those sessions exhausted, having laughed a lot. I was trying to strum in time, sing in tune, pronounce, and, you know, generally participate in a group. And it's probably, you know, they're life-changing. They are informal, but they're life-changing occasions. And so, you know, the opportunity to participate is huge. And we were a group that were, you know, we were very, very diverse. It was held on a marae. We had people that were reconnecting with the marae. We had people wanting to learn te reo. We had people wanting to learn to play the ukulele. We were a broad-ranging group, but we came together with a common focus of wanting to learn. And, you know, my best audience, I think, that appreciate my newfound skills was my grandchildren, who thought it was wonderful. And I don't know that I'd be brave enough to go out in public, but you know, as far as enhancing your well-being and motivation, adult learning opportunities are great. It's you know, and as you know, it's not all about the academic stuff that we embark on and challenge ourselves well.
I know there's a course at the WEA, so you could join here.
Dust off my ukulele.
Yeah.
And I live in a house now where everybody plays the ukulele, and I'm the one that struggles away the most. So this week's celebrations have been taking place all over Aotearoa, and on Monday I attended the national launch in Nelson, where providers showcased their learning programs, and we heard from a local learner. And in Kaitaia, organisers took to the street to promote their learning programs. In West Auckland, they staged a huge provider expo with over 30 stalls, and in Wanganui, the Eco School offered a range of useful seminars on everything from home heating and organic gardening to rights and responsibilities of renting a home. And we expect more than 5,000 people to participate in Adult Learners Week this year, and up to 350 awards to be made. And as Jennifer said, on Wednesday night we will brave the elements to present awards in Christchurch. And And those events, they're such, if you ever get the opportunity to attend an Adult Learners Week awards ceremony, they're great events. They're better than any other formal graduation or from a tertiary institution. They're very grounding, and they remind us of why we put the time and effort in to see people achieve. You know, it's part of a pathway that's leading them on a journey. One of our new initiatives for 2016 has been getting the learning conversation going through asking people what they would like to learn. So Jennifer's already talked a little bit about that earlier. People have been out and about recording conversations on their phones or cameras about the kinds of things people really want to learn, and the results have been fascinating. People want to learn to cook different kinds of foods, they want to learn te reo or other language, music, painting, technical skills, gardening, and to use their smartphone better. We hope that this conversation will become a movement so that in Aotearoa we will become like many other countries in the world, especially Scandinavians, where adult learning is a natural part of life. If you've got time, and just as Kay did last night looking at the little videos, there's lots of little videos uploaded to the ACE Space